morning, good noon, good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It is your Olinda here again, bringing you the new episode of Repertoires Season 2. This episode is about Repertory that's coming out in the 25 to 26 Metropolitan Opera season. Well, Metropolitan Opera season 2025 to 2026. So the first one is Arabella by Strauss. Arabella is a romantic opera set in 1860s Vienna. Arabella comes from an aristocratic family that was struggling with money. Her mother wants her to marry a rich man, but she dreams of real love. She finds it in Madrinka, a mystical outsider who changes her world. The opera is full with Strauss' typical elegant composition and with deep emotion that came from the story. So it has Strauss' lush orchestration with the charm of old Vienna. It is a story about love, identity, and the pressures of society. So together with the melody that Strauss composed, it is a deep love story, but also fantastical on the other side. The cast looks relatively strong. We have Rachel Willis Sorensen singing Arabella. Arabella is a role that needs both warmth and vocal brilliance. I think, yeah, she can do it, of course. We have Louise Elder who plays Zdenka. It is a role that requires energy and expressiveness. But can you do that? Probably yes. Cause, like, okay, this is a forecast kind of stuff, so yeah, there is a certain reason why they might choose those people to play the roles, so and it seems reasonable for those singers to play those roles. So yeah, definitely looking forward for this piece. And the next one is Angelique Leon by Glodano. Excuse my Italian pronunciation. So Angelique Leon is set during the French Revolution, where the Enlightenment ideals and love clash with violence and betrayal. So we have Clonia is a poet who believes in freedom and truth, but his words made him a target, right? Yeah, but later he falls for Madalena, an aristocrat whose world is falling apart. So their love grows in the middle of war and revolution. But Gerard, or Jihad, in French pronunciation, I mean, it is an opera that is French based but Italian made. Yeah, so yeah, Jihad, a former servant turned revolutionary leader, also lost Medellina. So yeah, all three are caught in a struggle between passion and survival. Yeah, so this story is basically about a love triangle, and we have Giordano's dramatic melodies and composition that is filled with those soaring lines with high emotions. So we have someone we're looking for so long, Bexilla, as who I remember from Carmen last season, big tenor. He's going to play clarinet. I would say this is obviously a really, really good choice because one of the most iconic aspects of Bexilla's voice is the power and the warmth and the depth that is definitely needed to convey poet's passion about both the girl he likes and about revolution. And we have Sonia Yakshiva who plays Madalena. Since she and Bexilla already worked together in Fedola, I think yeah, they will be a good. They're already connected, so their chemistry should be strong. Yeah. So the next three that I'll introduce together is La Boheme, Carmen, and the Magic Flute. I mean, there's nothing really I can say or I want to talk about because I already made podcasts about Carmen. Wait, did I make anything about La Boheme? No, I didn't. But La Boheme is definitely a repertoire that they put on every single year. So the basic thing is, if you're interested in the singers, then you should go see it, of course. And if you're someone who loves the holiday season presentation of Magic Flute, you should go see it too. So yeah, nothing really I want to talk about. hmm The next one is Don Giovanni by Mozart. Don Giovanni is a story about a man who thinks he can do whatever he wants, seduce, deceive, even kill, without ever facing any consequences. So the opera opens with him assaulting Donna Anna, and killing her father in a duel before fleeing into the night. But that's just the start. He spent the rest of the opera jumping from one game to another. So he flirts with Donna Evela, abandoning her again, and he seduced peasant girl Zerlina on her wedding day, and mocking everyone in his way. His servant Leporello have both admiration and frustration for him. So yeah, he keeps track of his countless conquests in a iconic catalog area, but Giovanni's arrogance catches up with him once he invites a statue, is actually a ghost of a man he killed before, to a dinner. So in the chilling finale, the statue actually shows up and drag him to hell. Yeah, so yeah, this is the end. So the cast looks pretty solid. Ryan Spiegel-Green is making his Met debut as Giovanni. He is kind of like a good choice, I would say, because he got the voice and the presence to bring both the charm and danger for the role of Giovanni. And yeah, Yannick Nazir-Seguin will be conducting. This will be relatively interesting because, yeah, everyone knows Yannick Nazir-Seguin is my favorite conductor. Not in a good way. So imagine him, right? I mean, Don Giovanni will actually be very fit for him to conduct because Yannick Nazir-Seguin to me is someone who is like Don Giovanni in a good way, in the positive side, the charms, and the admiration I have for him, right? Yeah, that would be interesting. So the next one is Yonzin Onegin by Tchaikovsky. It is one of the most iconic opera, right? So Tchaikovsky's Yonzin Onegin is a story about love, regret, and missed chances. It follows Tatiana, a young woman who is dreamy and bookish, and she falls in love with a sophisticated but emotionally distant Onegin. So basically, she pours her heart out in a love letter confessing everything, only for him to coldly reject her. So as time passes after a tragic duel that leaves him best friend dead, Onegin vanishes, only return many years after and found out that Tiana already transformed. She is now an untouchable aristocrat, and she is already married to another man. So this time, Onegin is left desperate for her love, but she turns him away, leaving him alone with his regret. Tchaikovsky's music captures the emotions, from the youthful passions to deep heartbreak. So Eugene Onegin is one of the most remarkable operas there. So for the cast, they have Esme Gregorian as Tatiana. If I remember correctly, she played in Madame Butterfly last season. Yeah, and her voice is remarkable, and her Madame Butterfly was a huge success. So she definitely got the dramatic and vocal power to make Tatiana's transformation feel real. Yay! And we have Igor Golovatenko returns as Onegin, and I think he had already proven that he can bring both the elegant initially and the arrogance after to the role. So, with the classical meaning of using Onegin, it definitely worth the ticket. The next one is La Fin du Régiment by Donizetti. Oh, I can't do French pronunciation. So, La Fin du Régiment is Donizetti's comic opera. It's about love, identity, and family. So, it is set in the backdrop of military life. Mali is an orphan raised in the regiment of French soldiers who have become her family. So she falls in love with Tonio, a villager who is so determined to be with her that he eventually joins the army. So just as things seem settled, Mali's long-lasting aristocratic mother takes her away, forcing her to choose between her new life of nobility and the world she has already known. So the opera is filled with this fast-paced comedy and those little heartfelt moments and some Donizetti's most technically demanding composition, especially for tenor. So the cast brings strong baccanto voice to the production. We have Ray Morley makes her debut role as Melly, a role that requires brightnesses. And we have Lawrence Brownlee as Tenio. So this is one of the highlights of this repertoire because his performance will be one of the main highlights of the production. Yeah. So hopefully they can deliver this strong composition. The opera is really remarkable just by itself. And we have Madame Butterfly by Puccini again, which I introduced in my podcast, so I won't do it again. Sorry, I just forgot to mention it before with alongside with Global M and Magic Flu and whatever. Yeah, but and we have Porgy and Blues by Gershwins. Porgy and Blues is one of the most iconic American operas. This is an opera that blends opera, jazz, spirituals, and Broadway into a deeply emotional story. So it was set in the Taiki black community of Catfish Row in Charleston, South California. It follows Porgy, a disabled beggar, and Bess, a troubled woman trying to escape her past. Their love is tested by addiction, violence, and the oppressive world around them, with characters like Sinister Corn and the slippery Spartan life pulling Bess in different directions. One thing special about this opera is the American element. So this season we have a lot of good singers. We have Alfred Walker as Porgy and Brittany Renee as Bess. There are two powerful singers who will bring the vocal depth and emotional weight to their roles. And we have someone who I know who's an amazing tenor, Frederick Valentine, who is going to play as Spartan Sly. So I'll definitely go support him. Yay! And the next one is La Traviata by Verdi. Well, one of the most iconic opera in the history again. La Traviata is a story of love, sacrifice, and faith. I'm pretty sure most of you definitely have read the book. So we have Violetta, a glamorous courtesan in Paris, falls in love with Alfredo, a young man who offers her a chance for true happiness. She gives up for her luxurious life to be with him, but his father, Gorman, convinces her to leave, believing their love will ruin his family's reputation. So she pushes Alfredo away without telling him the truth. So when he finally learns the sacrifice she made, it was already too late. Violetta is dying. She dies in Alfredo's arm, just as they reconcile. making this one of the typical Verdi's opera ending. Well, I think one of the most iconic stuff about Verdi and Puccini's opera is at the end, someone must die. So yeah, there's nothing else to say for Verdi's composition besides it is just genuinely true beauty. This season we have three very famous sopranos playing the role Violetta, so make your choice. They are Lindsay Arupissa, Rosa Fiola, and Arano Jaho. So yeah, make your own decision, I guess. They're all good sopranos, but if you would ask for my advice, I would definitely say go for Lindsay Arupissa, please. Yay. And the last opera is also something that they put out last season, but I didn't get a podcast to introduce it, so I will do it again. Turandot by Puccini. Turandot is a story of mystery, danger, and love that defies all odds. We have Princess Turandot says deadly riddles for any man who wants to marry her. If they fail, they die. So we also have Prince Calaf takes the challenge and solve all of them, but Turandot still refuses to be his. Instead of forcing her, he offers her a riddle of his own. If she can guess his name by down, he will accept death. As the citizens search for the answer, the slave girl Lua, who secretly loves Caleb, sacrificed herself rather than reveal his name. So in the final moment, Turandot moves by love for the first time, accepts Caleb, and he declares his name, Love. Puccini's music is massive, and the mass production is also massive. Wow. So yeah, this is something that you should definitely go see. So this season they have three sopranos again taking the roles of Turandot. You can make your own choice. They are Angela Maid, Anna Perazzi, and Ludmila Monaskerska. Yeah, so make your own choice, but I would definitely prefer Angela Maid. And we have three tenors that will also alternate as Caleb. They are Michael Fabiano, Brian Judd, and Roberto Alanya. Yeah. So Toronto is definitely worth a ticket to go so. Cause just even ignored the singers, right? The setting and everything just worth it. Yeah, and last season I remember they have Caleb played by Silk Jong Beck. He is one of the most amazing tenor. Yeah, I still can remember his performance as Caleb. That was amazing. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next episode. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or opinions on what I said, please just contact me at aulindatown@gmail.com. It is AULINDA@gmail.com. See you in my next episode. Yeah, it's officially episode number 10. Yay! See you in episode 11. Bye!